It's time for NuWellness TV with Dr. Lee. Join your host, the accomplished Dr. Cherilyn Lee, as she welcomes the leading experts in health and well-being as they explore the advancements in natural health, physical fitness, nutrition, integrative medicine, and self-discovery.
Good day, everyone, or evening. I just want to first start off and say there's been so much going on in the world today. It's a blessing to be here today. And it's a blessing, what a way to say that, for the guests that I have in the studio. And I know everyone saw the title, Rocking to Good Health. And really it's going to be about more balancing and enjoying life. Because we're going to be sharing with you some events that are coming up. One is called All Men Rock, and the other is All Women Rock. But if we don't rock in good health, we won't be rocking anywhere. So it's all about balancing and having fun and enjoying life. So I want to have my guests right now to introduce themselves. As you can tell, I'm a little hoarse. So I have OChea.
Hi, I'm OChea.
OChea.
Yes, I'm Chebra Dorsey, a.k.a. OChea, celebrity designer. I'm here on the show and enjoying myself here with all of you. So thank you.
And then we have
Carl Wilson. I am co-creator of All Men Rock with Dr. Lee, and also creator of All Women Rock.
Yes. And, I have to say, this is why I say this person for last, Robbie Motter. She is the global queen of everything. She means so much to me, and my life has changed drastically because of Miss Robbie Motter. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm always honored to be here with you, no matter what we're doing, whether we're doing a show or hanging out.
Yes, yes. So I just want to say we're going to go ahead and jump in and get started because of the fact that I want to discuss some issues related around my guests, even though we're highlighting an event that's coming up. When we're doing events and working projects, what happens to us in the in-between? The in-between is where we want to make sure that we stay healthy. So I'm going to first start off with Carl Wilson, because Carl, how many events do you do a year?
Oh, between 18 to 25 events.
I don't know anyone that does 18 to 20 events per year.
Yes.
18 to 20. And you have wonderful turnout. I've been in several of them. I've been involved with the two I was there. And they're just amazing.
Thank you.
I really admire what you're doing, and you're truly an inspiration to so many young men and women.
Thank you.
So I want to tell people, I want you to tell our listeners, in planning and doing all this, and you do a lot by yourself. You do have help. But in this last event, All Men Rock, which is coming up, we're going to discuss the date.
Okay.
Tell people what happened to you.
Oh, when planning an event of this caliber, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on the planning, the logistics, and I kind of wore myself out a little bit. So, when you stress a little bit, it definitely messes
Not a little bit. You stressed it. You burned those candles at every end.
Yes, I did, from morning to night, and kind of burned myself out a little bit. Had some little heart issues.
Not little.
Yeah, well, I won't say little,
but
without going into major detail.
Without going into detail. But the good thing about it, you're sitting here, and you overcame.
Yes.
So what did you do differently to overcome those issues you were having?
Went to my doctor, my primary doctor.
Okay.
He put me on a regimen.
Okay.
A food balance, exercise. He told me to get a balance, basically.
Yeah. And you can do a balance. You can do the diet. You can do the exercise.
Yes.
But if you don't take your mind and say, okay, I'm now going to take my mind and relax it.
Yes.
So I told you to turn your phone off, get in bed, but turn the phone off for a while. You have to, because if not, you can keep doing all the work, eating the right foods, get up and go exercise. But if that brain is still firing, you're not resting. You have to rest the brain.
You're correct.
So that you can rest your heart.
I did. And I went to the beach for a full day and just to myself and relaxed, watched the water, and got clarity. And I got a better perspective of my health. And I'm getting my checkups on time now. I'm doing all the right things now.
So at the event, since we're dealing with health, I'm going to be there doing my 3-minute cardiovascular screening.
Yes.
because that is so needed. So I have put it on my plate that for every event I will be there to do the 3-minute screening.
Yes.
Because this saves lives, and it's just 3 minutes. So you'll know what's going on with your circulation and the left ventricle of the heart. We want to know these things right now.
You are correct.
And not waiting for the test results, and not waiting until we have symptoms. Because by the time we have symptoms, you've been sick for a long time.
Yes.
It's just a symptom is giving you a clue. I have to do something now.
Well, my doctor told me I wasn't listening to my body.
Exactly.
We get the signals and we just don't, because we're so busy.
Yeah.
We just let it go.
But then
not
there's
anymore.
times something called the silent,
Yes.
where there are no signals. There's no signals. That's why in the book it's called the silent killer. And we're not going to even utilize that because we're going to turn all that around, like right now. And you're doing so good, and you look
Thank
wonderful.
You. Thank you.
So I
feel
just
better.
want to. Well, you look better.
Thank you.
You're a lot calmer, that's for sure.
Very calm.
Yeah, I could talk to
I'm
you on
at
the phone.
peace.
I could talk to you on the phone now without you. Feel like you're gonna bite my head off sometime.
I'm at peace now.
But you can see it. You can see it, and that's truly a blessing. So
Thank you.
I'm going to say Robbie for last, because Robbie has so much in that you're doing, and you've touched so many lives. So, OChea,
Yes.
I want you to tell people, I know you had a journey and a battle with weight loss.
Yes.
And with your battle with weight loss, what fueled you to gain the weight? What fueled you to sort of eat the way you were eating?
Actually, stress. Stress did.
From what?
Well, from working in the boutique, when you have your own business, number one, you have to be on it. You have to be up early. You have to make sure all the clothes in the shop, your storage, all the things that you need to go through that day, plus greet people and make sure you're up to par. Smile on your face, even when you're hurting, you still have to smile. And one thing I've learned, though, take time out for you. Take time out for you. And what happened with me is I decided to say, you know what? What about me? I mean, we're still young. We're not getting young, but we're still young. And so I wanted to take time out for me and say, there's a change. I had some peace time, and I just let God just lead me. And he's I was praying, and he was like, I said, there's something more I need in my life. And as I started to get more peaceful and closer to him, I started walking. And then I said, it's time for a change. As I was walking, eating started depriving. I was holding on. I didn't realize I was holding on to so much, even from family all the way down.
Yeah, and when you hold on to those things, that's the weight.
Yeah, it is.
You're holding on. The constipation starts there because you don't eliminate properly.
Yes.
Because everything is getting stuck in the cell tissue and in that memory tissue.
Yes, it is.
And so when you do that and start exercising, because you can exercise and do a lot of good things, but until I have an audio tape that I produce, and it's called Detox the Mind and the Body Will Heal.
That's true.
And until you detox the mind of those thought patterns,
that's true.
It will hold us back, and then we'll want to eat everything.
That's true. I was stressed. I was stressed, and I was eating the wrong foods. Even though I am a vegetarian, there are still fattening vegetarian foods out there.
There's starches.
And, I'm still learning about that. I didn't even have a clue. Well, now 70 pounds lighter. I am working. I have 100
Congratulations,
Thank
70
you so
pounds.
much.
We should all be applauding 70 pounds.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and
That
I
is
had
wonderful.
a before and after picture on my Facebook. I'm still working on it every day. Peace is very important.
Yes.
Everything comes from the mind, because
Always.
I believe it's in our thinking and the right choices we need to do in life. And I also prayed on the right people in my life.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
I was always pulling this energy of the people, but they weren't the right people.
And then when we do that, we can rock.
Yes,
we
we
can
can
rock to good health. Okay.
Yeah, and I think by having the right people, like beside me, Robbie Motter and you and Carl, all you guys have been inspirations to me. And when you have people like that around you, you can do great things in your life, and you can let go of so many negative things that keeps you from moving forward. And so not only is it in my mind, I'm physically there now. and I'm at
And you could
peace.
tell you're at peace.
Yes,
You can
I
just hear it
am.
in your voice. Every
Yeah.
time we speak on the phone,
Yeah.
it's usually for an hour plus.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
can hear the peace
Yes,
and the
yes.
joy and then creating other things to move
That's
forward
correct.
with.
That's
Which is
correct.
so important. And we have
Yes.
to be able to create.
Yes, we do.
And you started a boutique how long ago?
Yes, this is now 10 years.
10 years.
10 years
Oh,
in my
goodness.
location, and now we have a second, which we started this year. So we have 2 locations. I have merged with someone downtown in the gas lamp area in San Diego.
Okay.
So we have Lemon Grove and we have downtown. It's going very well. One thing I make sure of in the morning, make sure you have time for you, because the businesses are going to come and you're going to expand.
Yes.
But the thing is, you can't do it by yourself.
Yes.
And
no,
you
you
need
can't.
to have the right energy and the right perspective in life
Yeah.
to achieve your goals by taking care of you.
Yes.
right.
You know, I had a person, well, the last couple of weeks I've had several people
Yeah.
call and just was in a panic and said, I have no time for me.
Right.
There's no me time.
Right.
What do I do when there's no me time?
Right.
So we have to restructure things.
Yes.
So having prayer with a couple of people and
Right.
said, let's just set this up and see how we can restructure.
That's true.
And one of them was having problems with a child. And
Mm-hmm.
now they said, I woke up this morning after having prayer and,
Yes.
you know, clarity.
It's
And,
clarity.
and now I'm not
Clarity's everything.
stressed out.
It's so
because
true.
all these things, when you start stressing out those adrenal glands,
Yeah,
that leads to cancer and high
does,
blood
it
pressure and
does.
all these problems.
It does.
So finding a way to sometimes just breathe.
Yes.
You know, by the,
Yes.
by the count of 5 in through your nose
Take a breath.
and then breathe out by 7.
That is so true.
And when you do that, you open up the fluid to be exchanged better to the brain.
Yes.
That's why you have more clarity.
Yes, it's
Because you
true.
have just pulled in this oxygen into
Yes.
the brain, which is so powerful.
Yes.
So very powerful. So
Yes.
I am just so happy that you're sharing this.
Thank you.
You know, and people go through all kind of things that's going to cause stress. But let the person know that you're not by yourself.
Right.
And then we can rock in that fashion.
Yes, we can.
You know, because clothes
Yes.
have a lot
Yes,
to
it
do
does.
how you feel.
Yes.
How you feel,
it's
clothing.
true.
You know, like myself. I mean, I put myself together every morning.
Oh, you look great.
And then when I do that, not only do you look great, but you want to
feel
feel
good.
great. Now the days that you know, if I walk around the house, you wouldn't even know me, because I don't look the same way indoors as I do once I leave the house. At all. So, but I still will feel good. But once you get yourself together, it's a whole nother level of feeling.
Yes, it
and
is.
fashion plays a big role, I feel,
Yes, it does.
in our personalities
Yes.
and how we move about the day.
Yes.
Because if you put on something and you didn't really like it and the color wasn't really good and all these things, you don't tend to have a really great day.
That's true. I believe that fashion has a lot to do with presenting yourself on a daily basis. How do you feel in that fashion? And does your fashion have a statement?
Yes.
And so by me designing certain clothes, I like designing what I feel. And so what I feel, they can feel.
yes.
And so happiness is in my DNA. You
Yes.
know, I see life.
it shows
as-
in your face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see life as happiness. And so that energy pulls not only the fashions, beautiful people like what you present, but also there's a light on you, there'll be a light on your fashion.
Yes.
And you should feel that way when you wear it. You should feel comfortable. You should be you.
Most definitely.
And that's what OChea means. Just be original.
And you know, what I like is you have your Tuesday special.
Yes, I do.
I don't want everybody to know that. You know, I don't know
love it.
anybody else that do a Tuesday special the way you do it.
Yeah,
It's
I love
amazing.
It. It's a love it. You know, I've always wanted to have a way to get back to helping women.
Yes.
Anything I can do to be an example in the community. And so women have always been one of the greatest things, you know, that I wanted to achieve in fashion. And so I said, why not help women and make them affordable?
Yes.
Let's do something
Yes.
affordable, but yet you can still be classy. You can wear some of them on the red carpet, but yet you're not paying the price. And these days, it's hard for a lot of women, especially single women or women that's trying to get to their jobs, what to wear, what can I put with this? And so by me being that designer, they come to the shop and I can dress them and say, hey, you don't have to spend this much.
Yeah.
Here it is. Let's put
And you
this
know, you have
together.
long dresses, and people don't have
Yes.
to wait until
Yeah.
they're invited to some big
correct.
Oscar, which a lot of people are not
Yes,
going to be
yeah,
invited
right,
to Oscar and
right.
Grammy events. But for your birthday, do a red carpet.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
do a red carpet
I agree.
and have a nice dress. Dress up and enjoy yourself.
I agree.
You know, and that's not just for women, it's for men too.
Yes, it
Because
is.
men feel different as well.
That's right. That's
They
my
feel-
future endeavor.
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, feel a lot better.
That's true.
So I want to say that what you're doing is truly amazing.
Thank you.
Fashion and colors.
Yes.
Because even when I was going through my program, they told
Yes.
us not to stand in front of the psychiatric patients wearing red.
Wow.
You know, so certain clothes they said don't wear in a big room like that.
Right.
I took one of Les Brown's seminars,
Right.
many in the
Right.
70s probably.
Right.
And they said don't stand up there in all black because that makes you look stiff.
Right.
So colors have a lot to do with personality and how people see you and perceive you.
Yes,
Along
right.
with skin tone. Find
Right.
out sometime, you know, like yourself, what
Yes.
your skin tone,
Yes.
what color looks best on you.
That is
Because
correct.
that brings a lot of your personality out
Yes,
as well.
it does. I
So
try my
I
best.
just want to thank you, and we're
Thank
going to
you.
still be talking here,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm moving on to the global woman now.
Beautiful.
The global woman, Robbie Motter.
Thank you.
So, you know, you've had some journeys in life and starting at childhood, and we don't have to go deep into that because we have before, but just let people know. But most important, you know what, I wish, you know, you're so dear to my heart that I wish my mother was still with me so she could have met you. Because I know in meeting you, she would have said, I could do more things with my life. Because she kind of felt she just didn't know what to do. And when people see you, it's like, she does what? She drives here. She does this. She's over this committee, that committee. And you just have the zest for life. And
Well,
that's so important.
I think when you keep busy, you stay young.
Yes.
Because as you know, I just had my 83rd birthday.
Wow.
And
Looks so
people, you know, I have many young members in my group, and they can't keep up with me. I wear
yes.
them out.
Yes.
They say just reading about what I do wears them out. But I have a lot of things. My passion is helping women grow and helping them know that they can do things. A lot of times they'll say, I remember somebody said I could never write a book, and she wrote a book.
Yeah, that was me. Now I'm
wow.
taking the audiobook, turning it into a written book,
Wow.
and I see it. That written book is going to be turned into a movie.
And we
So-
said about the TV and radio, and I can't do that. And look at you've got a successful worldwide show.
And I thank you so much, Robbie, for seeing things within me that I didn't see. And you do that with everyone.
I'm very lucky that I do see things, and somebody will say
You're
to me,
blessed.
How did you know I could do that? I
Yes.
say, I know. And so and it gives me a lot of pleasure. And one of the reasons I do that is, like, all the years I was in corporate, women were not helping women. You know, and I made a pact with myself that said, whatever I learned the rest of my life, I would share with women. And
That's what you do.
I've been blessed to do that. And even when obstacles, as you know, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was the president of an organization. Besides running NAFI and all that, I was the president of the Women's Club.
Yes.
So I had my breast removed, and 2 days later, I ran a board meeting.
Jesus.
Just
Wow.
tied up the tubes.
You got out the hospital.
Wow.
I'm sure the tubes and everything was still hanging there.
They were.
And went on to a meeting
Ran a
and been
board
going ever since.
And been
You
going
know,
ever
and I tell people, if you settle into this self-fulfilled prophecy that, you know, if a doctor say give you a death sentence and you buy into that, or they tell you, no, you have to stay in bed for 10 days. I remember when my daughter had a motorcycle accident and she had 9 fractures.
Wow.
They told her she would not ride a bike. She could not get on a bike for at least 6 months. Not only was she up and walking, in 3 months, she was back on the bike.
Jeez.
I think
So
that-
the power of the mind, too.
Yes, yes.
And you want to. Your zest for life is wanting to live.
Well, I remember one time when a drunk driver hit me on the 76 freeway. I didn't walk for a year. And I was terrified. At that point, the 76 was 2 lanes. And I was terrified of 2 lanes. But I knew that if I didn't get back on that road
Yes.
when I was able to drive, that I would never drive a 2-lane road again.
Yeah,
And-
get back
and
on that
I
horse.
can remember
Yeah.
the first few times I drove it, I could feel my heart pumping. But now I drive it all the time. You know, it doesn't bother me. But I think sometimes if we give up something that we're afraid of, the fear will become bigger and bigger in our life.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we just have to face the fear and move on.
Yes, and that's what you do so wonderfully.
She does.
So we're going to, there's so many, and I like to maybe go into a little bit of the foster care, how you grew up.
I grew up in 26 foster care homes and 3 children's homes. I never lived with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
But yet when she got sick, I quit my job in Washington to come take care of her. Because, and my kids didn't understand.
And that's why you've been blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids said, why would you do that? She was never a mother. But I said, then I would be no different than her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And that's so powerful, right?
Wow.
And towards the end, we really started having a relationship. And then I ended up taking care of my stepfather till he died this year.
Oh, yes, I remember.
You know, you treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly.
And that's what I try to do.
Exactly.
Amen. Wow.
And you do that so well.
Yes, she does.
Now, tell us a little bit more about NAFI and also the global.
NAFI is 48 years old this year. They're headquartered in New York, and I've been privileged to be the global coordinator for them for going on 28 years. And I do it from my heart. I don't receive a salary. I just do it because
I know.
I love the women. I love what we do. I love the great speakers like you that we bring in. And they were a foundation for many years. And then for some reason, a couple years ago, they didn't renew their foundation. So as I was doing NAFI conferences and things, I found it really difficult to get money or get grants or even get in-kind donations for baskets.
Right.
So I founded the Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs. And we work hand in hand. We could have memberships in Global, but I decided that we have that in NAFI. So NAFI is the networks and the membership. The Global Society is all the training and the conferences. Like we just finished the Lady in Blue Sapphire Awards.
Yes, that was really
and
wonderful.
all the women getting awards were
That's
NAFI
beautiful.
members.
Yes.
And so that'll become an annual event. And then this past year, I just finished my 18th NAFI conference. And we'll do another one next year in September.
Okay.
So, but it's bringing women, I think where we're different than, there's a lot of organizations, and I really believe people need to belong to whichever one works for them the best.
Exactly.
But I think now where we're different, we're more like a sisterhood. We're like a movement of women who come together, who care about each other.
Exactly.
Because I always tell women, if you're just coming to get a bunch of leads, you're in the wrong place. Let me
Exactly.
direct you where you want to go.
Exactly.
But if you're coming to form long-term relationships, then you're at the right place.
Yes.
That's
And
beautiful.
we have 13 networks now in Southern California, and we're building, they come and they go, and we build more. So
Well,
you just keep
we
at
have
it.
we have something in mind. We're going to be talking with you. I think it's going to be really explosive with NAFI.
That you were telling me.
When Lauren was here on the show. So
Oh yeah, she's doing we're going to do a brunch with West Hollywood. We're
Yes.
moving that into a brunch area, which will be good for the Los Angeles Hollywood
right.
area.
So I told her I would come and co with her.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'll co with her there in West Hollywood, which would be easier because it's just been overwhelming.
It'll be
business-wise.
easier for me to drive to LA on a weekend than it is to drive.
I know.
Especially since, like this morning we were on the road 3 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
So to getting back to what we're doing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to Carl. And Carl, you're going to share with me these 2 events that are coming up, okay?
Okay.
All Men Rock
All Men Rock.
is April.
April 27th. It's an event geared towards men, successful men that are mentors, humanitarians, leaders, men that make a difference in their communities. That's why I'm doing this event. So about 45 to 50 men are getting awards for what they've done in their communities, basically.
Yeah. And I am the creator. And you're the co-creator. You're doing most of all the work.
Yes.
99.9%.
Pretty much.
Yes. But when we had a talk, this was transpired, and I'm really happy. And the person who I brought on board who is really happy to be part of this is Bill Dukes.
Yes.
Who's still very excited about it. And he'll probably be talking about his movie that he's doing now.
Very nice.
He's in the process of doing this. So I want to say you have some very distinguishing people there that's going to be awarded. And a lot of times people wait, for people to recognize them.
Yes.
Know the events. But, people do so many things, and no one ever knows anything what they're doing. I've been told I'm the best kept secret in L.A. because of all the health things I do. But because of my wonderful dear sister here, Robbie Motter, I've been recognized for a lot of work that I do. And a lot of people say, oh, really? You had recognition from, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the President of the United States. And, this is the fourth one now,
Wow.
which is a blessing because of Robbie seeing what I'm doing, for Robbie really watching what people are doing.
Yes, she
You got to walk the walk.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
You got to walk the walk.
Well,
and when somebody see that, that's really
I agree.
powerful.
I just think there's so many people out there, men and women and
Yes.
kids, because we're also doing All Kids Rock this year, also August the 17th. There's so many people out there that has never been recognized.
Now, when you say kids, what is the age group?
Age group is from ages 6 up to 21.
21.
Mhm.
Okay.
And there's some kids that are phenomenal, from young moguls, book writers, inventors, leaders, humanitarians giving back to the community. It's going to be an outstanding kids event.
Yeah,
August
I have a
17th.
couple to refer you to.
Yes, yeah, I'll be
as
getting a
well.
lot of referrals. Still getting referrals for these two, but we're already booked. But next year we are taking All Men Rock to LA. We're also taking it to All Women Rock to LA. We've already nominated some women so far for All Women Rock LA, so it's gonna be phenomenal in LA. We're also going to All Women Rock Vegas next year in
Okay.
April.
Give me an excuse to go to Vegas now. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing All Women Rock Atlanta, All Women Rock New York, Phoenix, Arizona, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and back to California.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
we're going to take
Well,
it
this
coastal.
is like all women rock tour.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
going to be
You
all
know,
women
that's
rock
what it
tour.
is. It's
Yes.
an all women rock
yes.
tour.
Yes, and
Wow.
mimic.
So-
It'd be good to put that on.
Because
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
a
definitely,
tour. It's good
definitely.
for your marketing too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because people will give you money if their name is going to pop up everywhere.
Exactly, you're correct.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, Miss Robin and I, we had a meeting the other day at Myrna's, our little meeting spot, and we discussed that, and we think it'd be a great thing to kind of get rid of some other events and just concentrate on events that make a difference in our community, like All Women Rock, All Men Rock, All Kids Rock. So we're moving forward with that next
Okay.
year.
Well, I'm on board.
Yes,
so,
ma'am. I know you are. Thank you.
What little time I have.
I know.
My stress, I'm not trying to say yes to everything and spread myself thin, which is,
I just went through that, so we
so
say yes to everything.
Yeah, but I am there because I can sing you the people.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have great connections
Yes,
too.
you do. Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
I have
Yes.
connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
So,
we're going to be okay next year. Well, 28219 is doing very well so
Yes,
far.
it is.
yeah.
Yes.
So I can't wait for All Men Rock. And
Yeah.
now people who want to be part of it, to attend, how would they find out about?
They contact Carl Wilson, CDWilson Events, phone number 951-241-5343, or my email, cdwilson0115@gmail.com. I give them all the information and give them the ticket link as well, which we do have online as well, also as an event
And
on Facebook.
if a person feel like they want to be nominated for All Men or All Women Rock, Robbie, or I'm working with you with All Men. Is there a website they can go to say I want to be nominated? Or
Not a website, because the website is under construction right now. We're
Okay.
revamping it to more of a wedding website.
but
and
you're going to have a
promotion.
tour. You're going to have a
but
tour.
we'll have
so,
a tour, yes.
Yeah. So just tell them to
exactly.
keep watching.
Yeah, keep watching on
Yeah, it's
Facebook,
coming on board.
Instagram, social media. Yes.
That's absolutely.
But if you
wonderful.
do want to nominate a kid for All Kids Rock, or a woman for All Women Rock, or a man, just contact myself and Miss Robbie Motter, even Chebra here. We're all located on
Yes,
social
we are.
media, and we'll take your nominations.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Now, don't send it to me because mine will get buried among 20,000 emails. No, but if you know me personally,
Yes.
call me and then I'll forward you over
Yes.
to the
But
dear
definitely,
family
you
here.
have nominated some great people like
Yeah.
Bill Dukes, and then we also have Red gentleman. He does a lot of movies with Sandra Bullock. He'll be one of our Lifetime Achievement Award winners as well with Bill
Yes.
Dukes. So we're excited about it.
Yeah. And we have people who are not so known and famous out there. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And I
but
tell
just have
people,
done a
just
lot.
because they're not famous.
Because Tony Sweets is going to be nominated.
Mr.
You're going to
Tony
come
Sweets.
next time.
Yes.
It's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Did you see your picture on there, Tony?
You saw it, Tony?
I showed it to him.
So you know you have to be there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. I'm going to look for you there in purple.
But I think people think that to be nominated for such an event like All Women Rock, All Men Rock, that you have to be successful. No. You can be the not I won't say average person out there, but you can be making a difference. As long as you make a difference and someone nominates you, we're definitely going to put it up on a great consideration to nominate that person, award that person.
And that's what I like. So it's not just, but Tony Sweets,
Tony Sweets is cool.
He's wonderful. Yeah. So I just want to thank you. People can't see you. I can turn the camera around if you want. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I just want to thank you so much being here at UBN Go and our Rocking to Better Health, Rocking to Health, Rocking for Better Health, balancing out your life is so important. So we balance and have fun. That's what this event, this is why I did the show today, and I kept thinking how I'm going to tie in health. But if you don't have balance and get out and rock and have fun, you can rock and have fun and still praise God and enjoy yourself.
That's right.
And not just sitting in one place, not enjoying today. Someone told me before I went into a coma in 92, and I met this person, I know it was a God-sent angel, and this man told me, he said, you never take time to sit and smell the roses. And at the time I did not, until I went into a coma and I had no choice.
Right.
But I did not take time.
You got to wake up.
So I always tell people, take the time to just see the little things. Take the time to look at the sky and just say, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
If you look at the patterns of the sky sometime, and then just breathe. But take time to enjoy life.
Yes, there it
you don't have
is.
to have a lot of money.
Right.
You don't have to give somebody something to feel good about. Just sometime give them a call and say, I was thinking about you. You were on my mind.
Yes.
How are you doing today? And you don't have to have a long conversation, but take time with people. I do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Not because I want something or I want you to do something for me. Yeah. I used to, and I had to look at myself because I grew up with a girl from high school, and she said, I only see you when you want to share some business. Well, I thought it was good because it was an avenue for her. But I said, I got to take a step back and see how, with myself, to be a very authentic person, how do I present myself to people? And I just call sometime to say, I just want to see how you're doing. You didn't want anything? No, just want to hear your voice.
That's right.
The voice, you could tell a lot
through voice.
What's going on with a person through their voice.
That's true.
They even have what is called voice medicine now.
That's right.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So we did a show with Sherry Edwards from Duke University on voice medicine. So I'll probably be having another one. But you can tell through voice when you listen to someone you can tell. You can hide a lot of things with the face.
Yeah.
But you can't because the voice will start cracking. You can hear that.
You can hear the stress.
You
You're
can
right.
hear the
You can hear
stress. Yeah, that's true. That's so
Sometimes
true.
I can hide that too, but I don't want to fool myself. I can't do that. So I just want to, we have a little more time here to go. And I know each of you have something, like in your heart that you would like to share with our listening audience. Because if they were sitting in front of you right now, and we'll start with OChea.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you're going to look right into their eyes, and what would you want to share with them? For them to walk away, something that's imparting from you for their life.
I like to share just to say that take time with your life and take time out for you. Have peace. Don't be afraid of it. And just, live life every day as if it's your last day, because we don't know. And so, but enjoy it as you enjoy your day. Do things you probably wouldn't have never done. Try something different. And you never know. That could be a breakthrough for you, something new, something special. And one thing that Robbie always say to me is like, hey, take time out for you. It's okay. Try something different. Do new things. Don't be afraid of it. And so that's what's I see that we women need to do, what all of us need to do, is make sure you have God in your life, pray every morning, and start today not knowing. Just do what you've never experienced before, but I guarantee God guide you in the right direction.
He's got your back all the time.
Yes, he will.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to go to you, Robbie. No, I'm going to say Robbie for last because there's some things I want to ask you. So go ahead, Carl. Take it away.
I would say.
Now they're looking at you. That's
yes.
your audience there.
Hello, audience. I would say balance is important. I just learned that briefly with my own health. Do like Chebra said, do things you normally don't do. People like Miss Robbie can always depend on if someone close to you that partner with you, call that person. Sometimes they can balance you off and you talk to that person, whether it's Cherilyn Lee, Chebra, Tony Sweet, Miss Robbie. Sometimes you just need that closeness and a good person to talk to. You just breathe in and just take life in, but take it in the right way and just live life to its fullest.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I always tell people, I'm not a big person on funerals. So I tell people that dash that they put on the tombstone, what are you doing with that dash? Because that dash, you don't need someone to do a eulogy on your life. You need to live it now. And if you live in it now, you don't need somebody to stand there and say all these things, which they didn't know you in the first place. No one really know you, like you know yourself.
Right.
But what are you doing with that? That is so powerful, that dash. What are you doing with that dash in your life to make a difference with yourself? And we say, peace in our life, but then how do I get this peace?
Right.
So you got to start writing things down and be very careful. I know, Robbie, we're going to talk about what you did, some things that helped you bring things into your life, which actually caused you to have less stress. Well, you weren't having stress anyway. Robbie don't have stress. But
Yeah, she doesn't.
But it helped her to solidify some things you wanted to do because of what you said. So what you say has a lot to do with what's going to happen in your life. So when you want to make a change in your life and you want to see the change, you got to think it, say it, and then you need some action. Yeah. So you want peace in your life. You just don't keep saying, I want peace, I want peace. What are the actions you're going to put together to have this peace in your life? Because right now we're living in a cesspool of chaos.
My gosh.
And if you watch the news, you probably have a heart attack just watching the news.
Jeez.
So what do you do in the midst of all that? I know when I see things, I just send out love and prayer to all the people that are involved in what's going on, and then I have to step away. If not, if you get pulled into it, you will become very sick.
True.
So, Robbie, tell everybody what you do.
Well, first off, I would like to say to the audience, you're beautiful. You're perfect just the way you are.
Thank you.
And the one thing you need to do is look in your heart and find your passion and live your passion. Don't try to be someone that someone else wants you to be. Be your authentic self. The other thing that I do is every day I write in a journal that, I may have had a terrible day, but in that day, something wonderful happened. I met someone, I showed up someplace, I was able to help someone. So write the good things in the book. And when you have those days, read that little book. It doesn't even have to make any sense, but you will know what it says. Be kind to everybody you meet. Smile at strangers on the street. You just may make their day. And the most important thing, take time to tell the people you love that you love them, because one never knows if you get that chance again. And just be like the most important, be your authentic self and be that person every day.
Wow,
Yes.
very nice.
Very beautiful.
That was wonderful.
Beautiful.
I just felt it resonate in my heart.
Yes.
And I'm going to start writing that down because I don't journal and do that at the end of the day.
That's a good idea.
But I want you to share with our audience the vision board.
Oh,